They like when Edstruments flows so well for them and they get to transfer money in and out. They feel agency over their budget. I would say the biggest time saver of Edstruments is that it brings in these major inputs of budgeting for us. So it brings in real time in a couple hours actuals from the system. So before we used Edstruments, my predecessor would do budget to actuals monthly reports, and they would take, 6 to 8 hours to do over a couple days, like every third week of the month, right? So that basically stopped what this person was doing for 2 to 3 days trying to get these actuals report out. And they were always looking the month before and the month of. So it also wasn't fresh data. So I would say it saves a lot of time. The workflow of financial stewardship is something I preach a lot in my tenure at KIPP. It does not play money. It is publicly funded dollars that flow through a variety of different sources that have specific purposes. And so what Edstruments allowed to do is understand not only what do I have left to spend, but the intended purpose of that spending. So we set budgets. Here's what you should be spending on this particular thing. Here are the strategies set forth that you should be doing. And then how are you tracking along those lines is something that Edstruments has helped. Also, people's awareness. So the first step in any kind of investment is awareness. Like, oh, wow, I bought that, and that. And man, I spent $15,000 in 3 days. That awareness has changed people's habits too, because it doesn't feel like play money. That's like, I get these reports a month and a half later, but it already happened. So it doesn't help me understand where I should be now. It's just very real. And so at this point of the year, 6/14, as we're wrapping down to the close of the fiscal year, people are very by the penny concerned about their budget, because in real time, they can see when they make a purchase order and they intend to purchase and the transactions that we have just issued for payment. The users outside of finance love Edstruments because of the colors. It's visually simple. Green means go, or meaning I have money left. Blue means I think it's gone. And orange is I don't like that. Something is planned. So just logically on a stoplight color situation, it helps them understand. Blue is it happened already. The yellow is it's upcoming, hold. And then the green is go, meaning I have this money left. So they like that. They like, when Edstruments, flows so well for them and they get to transfer money in and out. They feel agency over their budget. Given our centralized structures, not that decentralized. And within a budget target, say it's $100,000 in the department, they can move money as strategies move and change. Replacing the primary books for a school, can use that money to replace the middle school books for a school. They can do that, right? By all means, they shouldn't be taking primary books and going to have a party for their team, right? But it allows them to do that. But what it also allows me to see is what they're doing, their choices. Great fit for organizations who are starting to decentralize their budgeting, because a lot of schools keep the mystery alive for I don't know how much budget I have, for very strategic reasons, right? To be able to manage budgets at schools levels, to take away agency and authority and all of those things, because they need to more tightly manage their budget. What I would ask that school is, what are you seeking to do? Are you seeking to give more visibility to your schools, agency to your school leaders, or do you just want a way where you can kind of see where things are falling without an Excel spreadsheet? I think if it's any of the two latter, then Edstruments is a great fit. If you just want to see what's going on outside of a spreadsheet, you could use Edstruments, but you could use a million different things. I'm talking to a finance person. You could whip something up real quick if you just wanted to see for yourself, right? But if you're trying to communicate more broadly to people who have some interaction with finance, but that's not the primary thing that they do, Edstruments is a great tool.